Once you've finished setting up your counting map by customizing the zones and adding the vessels into a good counting order, it's time to complete your first inventory count. Click Count Zones on the left to start a new count. The count will automatically be named as today's date, but you can edit the name to make it easier to look up the count in future. By default, all macro zones will be included in the count, or you can deselect any macro zone if you aren't counting your entire bar. The import count function on the right allows you to essentially copy and paste completed counts of specific macro zones into a new count. This is useful if you know for certain that the product in a specific macro zone hasn't changed since it was last counted, since it saves you having to recount it. The import count function is also useful for aggregating macro zone counts completed by different employees. For instance, you might have another employee count the back bar, or you could count other areas and then stitch the parts back into a complete whole count. This feature is also useful for recovering partially completed counts, or if your computer crashes, or if you don't complete the count in one sitting. Enter counts for partial or full vessels using the Enter Count button. For bottled and canned products, you can enter actual counts, or enter counts of 6-packs and cases and let the software do the math for you. The best way to record inventory levels for partial liquor and wine bottles is to purchase a Bluetooth scale from the Bar I store, so the weights are automatically entered to the 1/10 of an ounce. It takes about 2 seconds per bottle. If you have a partial bottle in front with full backup bottles behind, create 2 lines for the product so you can enter the partial count and full counts separately. When you count the last vessel in each microzone, click on the Finish button and then you're taken to the Zone Count screen. The Zone Count screen allows you to enter the total number of items in a particular zone, so you can check your counts and identify the inevitable errors that plague most counting systems. Click Continue to continue through each microzone until the entire counting map has been counted.